Hello, I'm Mary Yanez, Director of the Senior Adult Program, and this is Mature Living. Thank you for joining us. We have an interesting show worked out for you today that I think you'll enjoy. And to kick it off, I guess we can introduce Joy Ferguson, who is a master's in agriculture, but she has an interesting job. She's the Executive Director of the Compadres Therapy, and she's going to tell us all about that. And it's not the kind of therapy that we know, but I'm sure you'll enjoy learning about it. Thank you for being with us, Joy.
Thank you for having us
And
today.
I'm glad that we connected.
Absolutely.
I'm glad that you're here. I have so many questions, so we can get started.
Absolutely.
Tell me about the Compadres Therapy, but first of all, tell me about yourself and how you got involved.
Oh my goodness. I have had a passion for horses ever since I was a little toddler.
Yes.
So I started horseback riding when I was 4 years old.
Wow.
So I've been riding for a while and working with horses. And just making that connection, I enjoy working with people and working with horses. And I found my passion, I guess, before I entered graduate school. And so I studied the combination of working with people and horses in the equine activities and therapies field, and focused on that for my graduate degree.
Wonderful. And I understand your mom rode horses until the what?
She was 99.
99 years
yes.
old. Oh my goodness.
She rode as a young lady, and then it was about 70 years passed before she got on a horse again, and so it was fun being able to connect with her with the horses and see her delight in reestablishing that connection.
It's wonderful. Now we have Compadres Therapy right here in El Paso, and
Yes,
I want
ma'am.
to know about it. Tell me about the Compadres and their mission and what it is that you all do.
You know, we're all about educating the community through experiences with the horse. And we try to promote the human-animal bond and really focus on that. And we're available for services for anybody who has any disability. And we serve children as well as adults and seniors. And we're all about connecting with that human-animal bond.
Wow. And how do you choose your animals? Do they get evaluated before they connect with the?
Yes, they do, and that's very important. Some folks have donated their horses to us, and some people loan their horses to us. And but we evaluate the horses to see if they were appropriate for work in this environment, and also whether or not they would enjoy the job.
And it's a job. And do they know that it's their job?
Absolutely. So we look for well-educated horses, horses that have good quality of movement, that they're able to walk and move well, but also maybe they have had one or two previous professions, and they may have come to us, or we have horses that are coming to us directly into this profession.
Wow. And do you get referrals for the persons that come for assistance to participate in activities and therapies?
Absolutely. We have referrals from doctors, anybody who might need occupational or speech therapy services, and we hope to add physical therapy services as well, would benefit from the movement of the horse, and the therapist utilize the movement of the horse as a treatment tool among their other treatment tools. We also work with other area agencies, and so we have referrals, families, teens, children with through
Somebody's
other agencies.
going through counseling, maybe.
Absolutely.
A family.
We have a licensed counselor that provides services with the horses in combination with the horses, and families or children or adults that need counseling services.
So we can learn a lot from horses, can't we? And
the horses can teach us so much.
really, and that's what the beauty of this program is, that they're involved.
Absolutely.
With families or with individuals. And I just wanted to ask you, how do animals, do they sense, that there's a need there or a weakness, or that they can help?
Absolutely. Horses are a little bit different than other animals in the sense that they're prey animals. So they're very adept at nonverbal communication. So they're able to read your your nonverbal signs, and they give us instant feedback. They teach us so much about responsibility, about trust, respect, communication, and these types of things. So that's something that we can really benefit.
And you founded this program, the Compadres Therapy program, that is, I understand it's located in the Upper Valley Ranch, in 2009.
Right.
But then it became operational a few years later.
A few years later, and so we started providing services. We do camps for young adults with disabilities in the summer. We provide experiences for all ages. We work with veterans, active duty military, and just a wide variety of individuals that would like to learn about the horses and that connection and what the horses can teach us.
Wow. And I often wonder, how do you do it by yourself? You must have volunteers. You must have people that assist you in this nonprofit organization, and so you accept donations.
Absolutely, we
are volunteers. Tell me about your volunteers.
We're a 501c3, and we do rely on volunteers. In fact, we are primarily a volunteer service agency. We have volunteers from all areas in El Paso, from Fort Bliss to the medical students at Texas Tech. We have young high school students as well as senior adults. And so we appreciate all the experiences that the volunteers can bring to the organization, and especially the lifelong experiences of the senior adults. We really appreciate their experiences as well.
Wonderful. I haven't talked about a wish list. Tell us a little bit about that, and then where you're located and how they can find your phone number.
Oh, certainly. As a nonprofit, of course, we're always in need of lots of different things, but volunteers especially, but anything from office supplies to horse supplies to horses, paint, building material, these types of things. So we're always in need of that. We are located in the Upper Valley, and just off of Artcraft in that general direction, off of Borderland Road. We have a beautiful facility that allows us to operate there, and we certainly appreciate that environment.
Well, we want to promote your program. We want to tell everyone that there's help. And this is a very beautiful way to get help for families or individuals that are going through anxiety or some sort of speech therapy that they need, and these animals can help.
Or any kind of communication, or just that involvement with the horse and getting outside into a therapeutic environment and connecting with nature.
Hopefully Mature Living will be able to go visit.
Well, we appreciate being here, and we invite you all out. We invite
people that want to come out and see about your... And your phone number. Let's give that phone number for the program. The Compadres Therapy.
Our office number is 915-244-6409.
And you also have a website?
We do have a website, and it's compadrestherapy.com. We have a Facebook page, so we have the social media as well, and that's under Compadres Therapy as well.
And we've been showing some nice pictures right now that people can see what it's all about.
We invite the community to come out. Yes,
absolutely. Well, good to meet you.
Thank you
Joy,
for having
and much success as the executive director of the Compadres Therapy and Equine assisted activities and therapies for people. We'll be back. Well, as promised, an interesting show. Well, wait till you meet Kodiak. But first, we're going to meet Carol Douglas, who is Paws for Love. Oh, I love that. Paws for Love. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, Paws for Love was started in 1998 by three ladies who saw the need when they took their dogs in to visit their mothers who were in nursing homes, and saw the response. So they started this program, and it has just literally grown, and it's people just fall in love with the dogs when we come in with them. You just can't believe, just like when we walked into the studio. I mean, these dogs were just swamped.
What is it about that response that humans have with dogs?
It's kind of like the response that you have with a newborn baby.
Yes.
when you see an animal or a dog or a horse, like the lady that was on before, what do you automatically do?
Yes, you
Smile. And what your brain does is a happy dance. And it releases all of these wonderful endorphins and serotonin and another one called pectolin. And it makes your brain do a happy dance, and it makes you feel good, and it lowers your stress and your blood pressure. And you can't stop your brain from doing this happy dance. It does it on its own.
And that's why Paws for Love are so important in this
Yes.
community. And in every community, I'm sure that there's more. Is it a nonprofit organization where people can donate?
Yes, we
Yes.
are nonprofit, and that's how we survive, is on the donations that people are kind enough to send in to us.
Yes.
And
You as an evaluator, not every dog is a good Paws for Love dog. Not every owner or handler is a good. So in introducing Bernadette Silvas, she's one of your
one of our great handlers, and Kodiak is one of our great dogs.
There
And
he is.
this is what I was going to tell you about. In the process of becoming a team, a therapy team, your dog has to be very much like Kodiak.
Yes.
Has to be very calm, very laid back, very socialized, and must know all the basic training. They've got to come, sit down, stay, and heel. The handler has to be also what we call PETS, which is presence, eye contact, touch, and speech. She has to do that with all of this dog.
Wow. Bernadette, tell me a little bit about Kodiak. He is so well behaved, better behaved than most kids. Tell me about your beautiful St. Bernard.
Kodiak is a 3-year-old St. Bernard. He weighs about 185 pounds, and he has been training since he was 6 months old. So has his basic obedience down pretty good.
Yes. And where does he sleep, by the way?
He's an indoor dog, believe it or not.
Yes.
But even then, he likes to go outside and lay in the sun at 100-degree weather. But yes, he is an indoor dog, and his bed is inside the living room, so not the couch.
Not the couch. And he's trained. So.
Absolutely.
And where do you take him to visit? What is your routine? And your job, I guess.
We do hospitals, UMC. We also do mental health hospitals, which is El Paso Behavioral Health System. And we also go to an elderly foster home with Kindred Hospice.
Wow, that's amazing. Are these considered service dogs?
Oh, ma'am.
No, they're very different.
There's 3 classifications. There is service dogs who are trained to do a specific thing, like for those that are visually impaired, those that are deaf, those that need, they have to do a specific thing they're trained to do. And an emotional support dog is the other classification, and those are for the people who have anxiety, panic attacks, and whatever. Therapy dogs cannot go on airplanes. They're not allowed in restaurants.
Okay.
They have to be an all-around dog because they are put in to so many different situations.
As an example, the Love Conference. 500-600 people in a big auditorium.
Yes.
Tell me about that experience. How did he do? Because I know that Kodiak was there.
Kodiak did this. He's so laid back. The people just love him. They go over there, they cuddle on him, they lay on him, they do,
They can be touched?
Absolutely. They just love on him. And he lays there. Yeah, he just lays there. He's like, oh yes.
Yeah, I like this. Huh? And so the more the love, that's why, Paws for Love. They give
Exactly.
love and they receive love.
And not only dogs are in the program, there are many horses, potbelly pigs, llamas, alpacas, rabbits, birds, Now, there are certain animals that, of course, are not suitable to be. Ferrets can't be in the program, and neither can snakes, and there are a few others. And if people are interested, they can go on Pet Partners' website at petpartners.org, which we are part of, which I am certified through to be an evaluator, and she's registered through and had to take an online course and a test before she would become a partner. Mhm.
Wow, my. It's very complicated. It isn't just
It's
a
just
thing
not,
of the,
no, it's not just run of
very
the mill.
structured.
It's very structured. And like
Can
I
we
said,
give your phone number also where they can reach you?
and my email address.
Yes, let's give it
Okay.
now.
Okay,
So-
my phone number is 915-491-1180.
Uh-huh.
And our email address is pawsforlovetherapypets@hotmail.com. And if they want to know more information about that, just email me, and I will be more than. I love talking about this.
You get invited, I'm sure, to many places.
Yeah, I love talking
We're
about
always
this.
going to invite you because I saw the reaction of the seniors at the Love Conference, and I said, for adoptions, we have other organizations, but this is just also just to feel those dogs in this sensing.
The bond that comes between these animals and the people they visit is just amazing. Their eyes light up, and sometimes we're the only visitors to the people that are in some of these facilities because they are left there. I mean, dumped.
And one last thought from Bernadette Silvas, owner of Kodiak. I wish I could get a comment from Kodiak, but this is his job.
Yes, this is his job.
Go ahead and give me your last comment of the experience.
I love to just take him places because as you walk down down the hallway, down the sidewalk, you see people's faces just light up. And you can be, obviously the hospitals are not like the best places to be. That's not where people want to be. So when you walk down the hallways and you see people light up and smiles come on their face, or you walk into a room, where people have been there for days and they want to go home, and you kind of bring, home to them a little bit. And you get some people that cry, some people,
That's a beautiful
they
thought.
really do.
To
They-
end this beautiful interview and
they
and,
hug
and meet Kodiak.
they hug the dog and literally cry.
And cry. So wonderful. Well, thank you for being with us.
Oh,
We've got to
thank you
get to
for-
our next guest.
Right. Thank
And
you
we'll
for
be
having
back.
us.
Yes, and we'll be back with more wonderful pets. Paws for Love. Well, thank you for staying with us. This is the end of our show, but as a surprise, we're going to continue with these beautiful animals, that Pets for Love, that are visiting schools, hospitals. They're getting helping people with issues and making people happy and smile. And so with us is Rhonda Strom, who is here to talk to us a little bit about the Come Read With Me program. And you're here with Bella.
Yes.
And then we'll ask you about your dog and what kind of a dog it is. And I don't even want to call them dogs. They're almost like
They're like
our
humans.
friends,
They're like our children.
like our children. I have a Sammy at home, and he's my baby. So, and then we also have Martha Baugartner, and she is brought Rocco. Rocco is a golden retriever. So let's go ahead and get started with our conversation here to talk a little bit about Pets for Love and how you got involved
Okay.
with Bella.
So Paws for Love also has a program called Read to Me, or Read to Me Only. And it's usually in a lot of the elementary schools now. And basically our purpose there is to help those that are either below reading levels, or they have a lower self-esteem, confidence level. It's amazing how they're able to bring their reading levels up. They look at these dogs as to not be judgmental. They're not going to be laughed at. They're not going to be looked at, pointed at, and so they feel really comfortable being able to practice their reading program and their reading to the dogs.
So the children read to the dog, read with me. The dog is probably listening with the child, and the child feels like they can make a mistake. They don't get corrected. They keep right on going, and it helps the child to read.
It does. It help. Well, they do get corrected very gently, but they always remember that they're by their side. So it helps them with their self-esteem and to continue practicing their reading skills. And so it's really amazing. I've seen a lot of kids that were below that are 1 to 2 grades above their average grade levels now. So
It's great success.
yes.
Paws for Love is a therapy pets nonprofit. And how many of you all trainers and owners and pets are involved? And then there's probably some members that don't have pets. Tell me how many more or less?
We have a total of 28 teams. Well, 28 members, but 26 complete teams.
Yes, wonderful. And tell me about Rocco, Martha. You've brought your golden retriever. How long have you been in the program, and what do you all, where do you visit?
Well, we are in the program around 2 years. Yeah, and he's a golden retriever dog. He's a male, and he's 5 years old.
Okay.
And we visit different hospitals, and Memorial Providence, and Sierra Providence, and the East Providence hospitals. And also we visit the program that read with me at the schools,
Yes.
2 different elementary schools. Yeah, and
Very good. And he's so well behaved. Both of these guys are just wonderful. Look at him. Oh my goodness. There he goes. There goes Rocco. Loving that love. And I noticed that you probably know Spanish. Does he understand Spanish?
Yes, he's bilingual.
Oh, here's our bilingual dogs. We have all kinds of
Yes.
wonderful dogs. Tell me about your Bella, and where does she go? And you've already told me about the Read With Me program, but what's special about it? Look at those eyes. She has like what's her
Dreamy eyes. I mean, she can get anything with those eyes. Everybody is just very drawn to her eyes, besides her nails, of course.
And what is her breed?
She is a Harlequin Great Dane mix. She's 50% Harlequin Great Dane. The other half, she is St. Bernard Alaskan Husky mix.
Wow, she's amazing. When did you find out that the dog could be your pet? Could be a Paws for Love pet?
With Bella, actually, she was in foster, fighting for her life at the age of 3 weeks. And so she was given to me when she turned 3 months and a day because of her temperament. And that is the greatest part about, one of the most important things about therapy animals is their temperament. We really look into how their temperament are, being very social. And so when she hit about 6 months, I knew that she would have been really great for therapy. So I started training her.
And so who did you contact? Did you contact Carol?
I did. I actually got information from one of our other therapy teams, Rod and Duke, and he was the one that helped me get in contact with Carol.
Very good. And what about Rocco and your work with Rocco?
Well,
I'm always interested do you all have regular jobs aside from this?
yeah.
I didn't even ask.
Yes. There are some retired people. There are others that do it in between their jobs. So it just really depends.
And how did you know that Rocco was good?
In my case, I'm a nurse retirement, and when I start to enjoy my retirement, I say I have to do something. And then a friend of mine gave me a Rocco when he was a puppy, and we started training for that. I say he needs to be a therapy dog.
They're so
because-
large that they really need to have this training so that they can fit everywhere. You know, whether they're inside the house or visiting or in the car.
Yes.
So it's really important. You know, it amazes me because I have a Sammy that I rescued from the cemetery where I found him practically starving. He was little bones. And now he's happy and he's got a home. And he's very, very well-tempered. I've taken him to a foster home to visit my cousin, who's an elder. And he just comes in, he never barks, he comes in, he sits. So, you know,
Aw,
he's
you
got
should
the
come
right
join us.
temperament. Maybe I need a little training. You know, I always need training. It's the owner that needs the training. The dogs are wonderful.
They are.
So, any
Absolutely.
special event, that occasion that you want to share?
I actually do. There was a time that we had seen somebody at UMC, a particular male that was in a coma. And I think that this is really special because we went and we still saw this gentleman. And it was a couple of months later that we found out that we were visiting his wife, and I never knew what happened to them. And when we walked into the room, the husband was next to her, and it was the wife that gave Bella all the credit because they had told me that he had woke up from his coma not long after we had come to visit him, and I thought that that was just a spectacular story. She gives Bella all the credit, and he welcomed her with open arms, and I think that that's one of the highlights of one of our
your
days.
work. That's good. And yours, briefly?
Well, we have a request at the hospitals also, and a little boy have a surgery, and after the surgery, he was crying and said, "I want Rocco come to visit me." Yes, and well, we go to the hospital to visit him, and we spent with him in a half an hour probably. And then he calmed down. He was happy. He started to sleep, and well, he had a special moment.
Very good. Very good, beautiful stories. Can we have, let's see, can we have Bella sit up a little bit so we can get a shot of her beautiful face and these two beautiful, there we go, yes. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for being with us. I really appreciate all that you do for us humans through your therapy pets.
Thank you for
And
having
this
us.
is Bella and Rocco.
Thank you.
And of course, I gotta say Martha and Rhonda.
Forget the humans.
Yeah, don't forget us. There you go. All right. Well, we'll see you all next week, and we hope you've enjoyed this show.